Got the 1991 Bridgeport with a set of WH46s that I'm gonna go through today. Just gonna make a quick video, me taking them off, and we're gonna go through them. We are. Once I get these carburetors off, we're gonna go through them and we'll change the needles, the seats, we'll go through everything, pull everything out. I'm gonna try and take them off as a whole assembly. I don't really want to touch any of these other gas lines that are here. Just make it a little bit easier for myself. You know, keep it all one piece. But before we know it, we'll have them off and we'll be changing them. These are good carburetors. Some people don't like them. I like them. You just gotta know how to jet them, depending on what you want to do with them. There's two floats on each side. So a lot of guys back in the day used to say that if one of the floats hung up, it would burn the motor up, which is true. But from my experience, if you go through them and you change the needles, you make sure you got good seats. The needle and seats are good. I mean, you're not necessarily gonna, it's like anything else, if you maintain them, they'll treat you good. So these carburetors have about 2 seasons on them, so now it's time to go through them again. And that's the plan for today, to go through these. These bottom ones are always not the funnest to get to, but that's all right. Here we are. I mean, these bottom nuts are always a little bit harder to get to right here, but if you take off the linkage to them, your throttle and your shift, it'll be a little bit easier to get to. You know, what I always use an open end wrench here too, because you can't really use a box end. You can use, you got to use whatever you can to get them off. Oh. Here we go, gonna pull the floats. You don't even have to take this screw all the way out. You can just lift it up and out. Here's what the needle looks like. Let's see what it actually looks like. The other side fell out. See, when they're red like this, that's how you know they're pretty old.
Look at the tip.
Look at the tip of it, if it'll even focus. That needle was shot. I can't stand not having the right screwdriver, but this is the screwdriver I use to take the seats out.
There's not one video of these WHs being rebuilt on YouTube.
I don't think so. Here we are, but you got to keep notice that there's a gasket on the bottom of these. So, I mean, these will get you over in a pinch, but in a regular fishing motor, yeah, not in a race motor. As you can tell, these don't ingest no water or nothing. These are really nice. This is a great example. Let's open up our kit here and see what we got. Give everyone an explanation. So here we go. Here's our brand new needle and seat. Here's our red gasket that goes on the bottom of the seat. Here's both of them. We have the top gasket that would go here, is this. I'm gonna lay that off to the side. Here's our base gasket. It goes against the carb in the block. Here's our bowl gasket itself. These would be our gaskets that would go here. These are very important. Now we have, these are all our gaskets that would go on right here for the main jets and for the drain bowls. And these other little white guys would go right here where the idle passage jets are. So that's where theirs go. Here we go. We're gonna install the seat now. I put the red gasket underneath it. I went through and I cleaned this bowl out for a minute off camera. I went through with, carb clean, sprayed it out. Sprayed all the passages out, I'm gonna give this I'm gonna make it snug and give it a little bit more. Here's our next one. Don't lose this little clip. Just what goes on the needle. It's right here. These are always finicky to put on, but this is a pretty good idea. So I usually just put them on if you can get them started. Be careful not to lose it, because you can't buy just the clip. You got to order a whole nother needle and seat, and then they give you this clip with it. So just got to make sure it's all the way pushed on like that. That's what it looks like when it's on. Again, we're going to put our red gasket on this side. Hold on here. It's always nice putting new parts in something. Make that tight. We're gonna hang the needles right here on the floats. Now you could always check these floats to make sure that they actually float, you know, by putting them in like a cup of water or a cup of gasoline. Make sure that they float. So what I do is I assemble everything like this, and I come over here and I drop her in, like how your sister likes it. I'm gonna drop her in there real nice. Come over here with our premium screwdriver from Snap-on. Sit here and tighten her down. Always got to actuate. Always got to make sure it actuates, opens and closes. Now you could always check float height. Whenever you check float height like this, you know, very hard to do by yourself, but I always like to make sure that the float is pretty even with the base at this point on this particular carburetor. But that's pretty much where we are with this.